Namaskar. I am Prakash Astrologer, presenting you weekly forecast, weekly horoscope for each and every sign. But predictions are based on your moon sign. Let's talk about Aries. Aries, this coming week for you. Profession and job situation can be mediocre. May I say that have to be very fantastic, unique, but it can be okay. Expenditure can be sky high. Sometimes mind can be full of suspicions. A lot of suspicious factor can develop. Lack of trust, uncertainty, and sometimes communication is not very good. I can understand where you're coming from, but you have to calm down yourself. This is not the time to wind up yourself so much and you over hyperactive and overreact to the situation. That won't be any help. May I say that more you become firm, subtle, calm, cool, composed, more situation will be in your order, in your hand. Family support will be there, no doubt about it. But you have to make sure that when you talk to your family, don't impose your frustration on your family members. That's not the right way. They'll help you as long as they're not target of your frustration, anger, or disappointments. No, you should talk to them nicely. New contacts will be developed, and those new contacts will be quite helpful regarding acquiring a new opportunity. But one thing is quite important. Whenever you're dealing with a authority, professionals, government officials, you have to be very careful. Make sure you're not going to insult or humiliate anybody like that. If you do, then you'll create a problem for yourself. In any situation like that, you have to handle the situation in a most diplomatic manner, in a most politest way. If you pick on these things and try to present your idea of dealing, then it will blown out of proportions argument, which will linger on with you for a time being, and you might end up regretting quite a lot or paying a huge price. So let's not go into developing attention for yourself. Let's deal the situation in the most politest way. Health-wise, look after your digestive system. May I say that look after your headaches or migraine. May I say that if there are any sharp pain in your tummy or chest, you must consult your doctor. Aries, the task of the week for you. First thing first, take 8 kg sugar, donate to the temple in the langar. Second task, donate 11 kg basmati rice to temple in the langar. Take 800 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Take 5 kg barley, feed the birds. These are your tasks. Precaution. Refrain from foul temper. Refrain from using out of control word or speech. No behavior problem. No, we don't need that. You have to be cool, calm and composed. Chanting of the week for Aries. Om Shri Ramaye Namah. Om Shri Ramaye Namah. Om Shri Ramaye Namah. Om Shri Ramaye Namah. This is a fundamental Guru mantra of Maharishi Bhrigu and Maharishi Valmiki. And these two rishis are prominent. So, their achievements are unique, dignified. Brahm Rishi they are. So, do this chanting as much you can. You'll get the support, you'll get the help, you'll get the vision. Please, you got to do this chanting as much you can. Going to talk about Taurus. Taurus this coming week, the Lord planet Venus is in 12th house. 12th house position, Venus with Sun and Mercury. You have to be very careful about your expenditure. You have to be extremely cautious and very careful about your financial commitment. You can come across a lot of awkward situations. Sometimes we don't need those kind of situations or circumstances, but you have to deal with those awkward kind of situations. There will be lots of running around. May I say hassles. Sometimes you can be out of comfort zone. This particular week will test your patience. There are few obstacles, delays, technical hiccups. You have to deal with it. There are few family scenarios which was starting, but make sure you should not initiate any argument or conflict inside the family, outside the family, inside the profession, outside the profession. This is not the time to take a loose attitude. This is not the time to criticize anybody. This is not the time to make any public statement against anybody whatsoever. You have to be very careful. Look after your reputation. You have to be responsible for your actions as well as your conduct and dealing. Health-wise, take care of any issue linked with blood, bladders, urine, anything to do with male health if you're a male, anything to do with female health if you're a lady. Beware of a severe headaches, migraines. So, task of the week for you, Taurus. First thing first, do wear a golden yellow sapphire and gold square pendant around your neck. Second task, take 4 kg barley, feed the birds in the park. Second or third task, may I say that, take 10 kg basmati rice, donate to the langar in the temple. And try to wear a copper coin and a silver chain around your neck. So these are your tasks. And last task for you, take 12 blue flowers, write your name with blue ink on each flower and bury them in the ground on Friday evening. Precaution for you, refrain from foul attitude, refrain from initiating any argument or conflict with the family members or with your colleagues. The chant which will protect you, Karim, Hum, Harim, Dakshine Kalike, Harim, Hum, Karim, Karim, Hum, Harim, Dakshine Kalike, Harim, Hum, Karim. Do this chanting as much you can, especially in the night time. You get the help and support. When you talk about Gemini, Lord planet Mercury is retrograded, transiting in with Sun and Venus in 11th house. Mars drishti on the Lagna. Sometimes you can be quite aggressive, overexcited, hypersensitive. But that will not be any solution to your problems or complications. That can be the root cause of your problem in this coming week. I know sometimes you feel trapped, not going anywhere. Acting like that will not be any help. You have to be absolutely calm. You have to use your common sense. There are a lot of domestic situations. Due to that, sometimes mind can be upset. But you have to be a part of a solution, not the part of the problem. Be prepared for a long distance traveling. Sometimes traveling can come out of a sudden end of the day, just like you will receive a news, you have to go abroad, something like that. Expenditure can be sky high. You have to be very careful about your financial transactions. You have to be extremely cautious and very careful. Somebody will try to cheat you, deceive you, dump your money or run away with your money. This is not the time to lend anybody any money. You have to be very careful about your driving, about your traveling. Especially when you're traveling abroad, you have to be very careful about your well-being. Gemini, this coming week, the task for you, take 600 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Take 6 kg rice, 9 kg sugar, donate to the temple in the langar. Donate 3 kg haldi powder to temple in the langar. Precaution wise, refrain from any personal relationship, argument, conflict. Precaution wise, try not to keep any out of order electronic goods. Chant of the week for Gemini, Aum, Harim, Kalim, Hum, Matangai, Fat Swaha. Om Harim Kalim Hum Matangaye Fat Swaha. Gemini, more you do this chanting, more you achieve Matangi support. Matangi support, if you achieve it, then anybody who have authority, power, will be supporting you. Going to talk about Cancer. Cancer this particular week is important week, but the position of moon is not very unique. You have to be very careful about your health, mental and physical. If you're going through a negative phase or depressive thoughts, you have to talk to yourself, talk to your well-wisher, talk to your doctor or consultant. Sometimes your expectations are quite high and your hard work is quite a lot, but the return, the achievement, the result will not match nor or neither with your expectation nor with your hard work. No. That can be a root cause of your frustration and disappointment, and that can create a major impact on your financial gain or what you're looking forward to. But struggle can be there. May I say that this is the early days. These are the early days to expecting some sort of a big result. You have to have a patience. If you're more into involving yourself in a impulsive action, or you are too much in a rush or hasty, you end up losing a lot of money. This coming week, Cancerian, you have to be very careful if you're involving yourself in any financial dealing with property or car or sale purchase. There will be rise in status and prestige, no doubt about it. Your ability will be recognized and appreciated by professional people. But there are a lot of difference opinion between you and the colleagues. There are a lot of difference opinion between you and the family members. Health-wise, beware of any health issue linked with headaches, anything to do with eyesight, or anything to do with, may I say that, negative thoughts or depressive thoughts. More you become overactive, overreactive, or aggressive, more you spoil things. You have to be very careful about your attitude. Refrain from being absolute stubborn person. Don't act like a child. Act like a grown-up, please. Task of the week for Cancerian. First thing first, donate or feed 2 kilogram barley to birds in the park. Take 2 kilogram dry coconuts, touch your forehead and rotate it anti-clockwise around your skull. Throw them in the deepest lake. Next task, take 8 kilogram bananas, donate to the temple in the langar. Take 8 kilogram rice, flow it in the fastest flowing river. Next task, which I want you to do it, take 500 gram black salt, bury in the ground. Try to wear a, may I say, red gold square piece in a silver chain around your neck. That will be a help. So, this is the task. These are the tasks 1 to 10 or whatever the task I've recommended you. Please do these tasks. At the same time, precaution wise, refrain from consuming any form of intoxication, alcohol, smoking. Refrain from consuming any form of non-vegetarian food, and you have to be very careful about your word of speech. Chant of the week for Cancerian. Om Halarim Bagla Mukhe Name. 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 More you do it, more you achieve it. Going to talk about Leo. Leo, Lord planet Sun, with Mercury and Venus in House of Luck. This particular week is a prominent week which will offer you reward, success, prosperity. New venture, new project, new beginning, new opportunities are just waiting for you. You'll be able to celebrate your success, prosperity with your family. Foreign project will be handsomely successful. You might go abroad, travel around the globe, travel around the world due to your business professional reason. You can be headhunted by a foreign company. So please stand by for that. At the same time, Sometimes you can be quite disappointed with your loved one's attitude toward you. And sometimes relationship involve a huge dissatisfaction or difference of opinion with each other. Or may I say that a lot of repulsion factor can develop in the personal relationship. You have to handle the situation very carefully. In this kind of scenario, refrain from losing temper or becoming over aggressive. You have to have a space for each other and don't overreact. You have to give each other time. Situation can be resolved if you give each other sufficient amount of time. Sometimes your concerns are regarding your financial backing, your expenditure. Sometimes you can be quite upset, disappointed, or very much annoyed. Health-wise, take care of your well-being, especially your lower abdomen, severe headaches, anything to do with blood or urine or bladders. You have to be extra careful. Leo, this is a particular week. You have to make sure that your conduct, your dealing, your word of speech, your behavior, your temper, all these kind of scenarios, you have to be making sure you should be flawless, fault-free. Then situation will be in your hand. Task of the week for Leo. Take 7 kilogram rice, donate to the temple in the langar. Next task, take 6 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. Take 6 dry coconuts, touch your skull with each coconut and rotate it anti-clockwise around your head. Throw it in the deepest lake. Take 400 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Mix saffron, milk, make a paste. Do wear saffron tilak on your forehead. Take a mixed color blanket, bananas, money. Donate to a religious priest. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, refrain from adopting an aggressive or stubborn attitude. Whatever you do, try not to initiate any argument or conflict with your loved one, with your family members, with your nearest and dearest, with your partner. Refrain from that kind of situation. Chant of the week for Leo. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Anga Vajr Verochniye Hom Hom Fat Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Anga Vajr Verochniye Hom Hom Fat Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Anga Vajr Verochniye Hom Hom Fat Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve rising, power, authority, status, prestige, honor. Going to talk about Virgo. Virgo this coming week going to bring mixed reward for you, mixed fruit for you. The Lord planet Mercury is retrograded. At the moment present in 8th house with Sun and Venus. Lots of technical obstacles are there. Lot of mental stress is there. Health can be mentally like up and down. Financial situation, professional situation can be here and there. Lot of uncertainties are there. Things will happen, not in happening, or obstacles, delays, waste of time. Profession will offer you only uncertainty. You have to be firm what you're doing. You have to be focused. You have to be driven. You have to refresh your vision. Expenditure can be sky high. Be prepared for fruitless running around, waste of time. That can happen. You have to be careful. The task for you, Virgo, donate whole meal atta, whole moong dal to temple in the langar. Quantity have to be 10 kilogram each. Donate rice, basmati rice to temple in the langar. Take 8 blue flowers, bury in the ground by writing your name on each flower with blue ink. Take 6 kilogram rice, 12 kilogram chana dal, mix together, float in the fastest flowing river. Time to time donate or feed, may I say that, 1200 gram barley to birds in the park. And the last task, take 300 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. So this will balance your equation. Precaution is refrain from overreactive, foul temper, aggression, chanting of the week for Virgo. Aum bhur bhave swahe, aum tat savitur varneniyam, aum bhargo devasya dhimahi, aum dhiyo yo na prachodayat, aum bhur bhave swahe, aum tat savitur varneniyam, aum bhargo devasya dhimahi, aum dhiyo yo na prachodayat, aum. More you do it, more you achieve it. When we talk about Libra. Libra, this coming week, the Lord planet Venus is in 7th house with Sun and Mercury. Your expenditure can be sky high. You'll be in contact with a lot of professional people, powerful people. Family happiness, family support will be there. But sometimes there are a lot of difference of opinion or misunderstanding can be there between you and the family members. You can be very active socially, but this particular week will offer you some sort of obstacles, waste of time. Health can be here and there. Look after your lower abdomen. Look after your eyesight. There are a lot of issues regarding difference of opinion with the family members. As long as you're not taking everything to your heart, deep to your heart, you must give each other space and time. Space and time can correct a lot of things. You have to be careful. May I say the task of the week for you, Libra? First thing first, take a copper coin, make a hole in the center, put a silver chain through it, try to wear it around your neck as a pendant. Next task, take 200 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Next task, take 5 kilogram rice, donate to the temple. Take 5 kilogram rice, float in the fastest flowing river. Take 11 kilogram chana dal, donate to the temple. 11 kilogram chana dal, float in the fastest flowing river. So these are the tasks, if you can do that. And the other thing which you can do, that precaution wise, refrain from consuming any intoxication like alcohol, any kind of liquor or anything to do with smoking. Refrain from that. And refrain from consuming non-vegetarian food. And refrain from losing temper. The chant of the week for Libra, Aum Harim Gam Hasti Pishachi Likhe Swaha. 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 More you do it, more you achieve it. When you talk about Scorpio, this coming week, you'll face a lot of challenging situation, complex situation, fluctuations here and there. I think time and society will test your fiber. Professional situation can be all over the place. Financial situation can fluctuate quite a lot. Refrain from being lazy or lay back. That will not be a help. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. You have to be careful. You might involve in a deal of a car or property. You'll make lots of plans and you like to implement those plans. If you're a lady, you have to be thinking carefully before you make any commitment. If you're a lady and have the family, you have to make sure that you know what you're doing regarding your commitment, your mingling, your dealing. Make sure you're not involving yourself in any kind of a scandalous situation by which you can lose your reputation. You have to be careful. Scorpio, this is the week you refrain from financial deception, professional deception, and personal deception. Financial, professional, and personal cheating. Please be careful. And look after your relationship, especially if you are a married person. Try not to develop any kind of a foul attitude or try not to develop any kind of a superficial attitude towards your partner. You have to be very careful. May I say that if your feet are on the ground, then you will be fine. If your head is in the air and feet are also not on the ground, then we do have an issue, a problem. So you have to be careful. Scorpio, task of the week for you, donate whole meal atta, whole moong dal to temple in the langar. Quantity, minimum 6 kilogram each. Take 12 blue flowers, write your name on each flower. with blue ink and bury in the ground, and every Friday evening. Take 1 kilogram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Another task, may I say that, donate religious priest, mixed color blanket, bananas, money. Take 10 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your conduct in dealing and mingling. The chant of the week for Scorpio: Karim, Hum, Harim, Kalike. Harim, Hum, Karim. Karim, Hum, Harim, Kalike. Harim, Hum, Karim. Karim, Hum, Harim, Kalike. Harim, Hum, Karim. More you do it, more you achieve protection from any kind of a crisis or any scenario which is negative. When you talk about Sagittarius, your Lord planet Jupiter in 9th house with Rahu, you'll be quite active, creative. May I say that sometime I have a feeling that you are in a travel mode, traveling all the time. Mentally, physically, you are in a travel mode, going through a lot of changes mentally and very busy. This particular week will offer you rise in status and prestige. If you're going for a new interview or job interview, you can be successful. There will be a rise in financial gain, a rise in financial sources. Expenditure can be high, no doubt about it, but you will be fine. But in this week, you have to be very careful about your relationship with your family, especially with your parents. There might be a few different opinions between you and the loved one. You have to be very careful before you do your final say. Don't say anything which you might regret it later on. Don't do any commitment without thinking long term. And I can understand the emotions, but emotion can come and go, up and down. Decisions have to be taken with well thoughtful attitude, with the long term prospects. So this coming week can be testing week for you. Family can test your tolerance, patience, and your drive. Health-wise, take care of your lower abdomen, your back, your energy level. Anything to do with knees, joints, hip, anything to do with liver. Sometimes you can be very annoyed, frustrated, losing temper, or becoming very stubborn. You have to be careful. Sagittarius, this particular week, the task of the week for you: take 12 blue flowers, write your name on each flower, and bury them in the ground on Friday evening. Take a copper coin, make a hole in the center, put a silver chain through it, try to wear it around your neck. Another task: take 9 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. Take 9 dry coconuts, touch your forehead, and rotate it around the skull in anti-clockwise. Throw it in the deepest lake. Take 1200 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Publicly, offer people sweets if you can, maybe in the park or in the pub or any sort of fitness center. Precautions. Precaution wise, look after your health, look after your family relationship, please. And chanting of the week for Sagittarius. The chanting which you should be doing it: Aum Eng Harim Kalim Chamundai Viche. Aum Eng Harim Kalim Chamundai Viche. But I would like to modify this chanting, offer you combination chanting, which can be extremely powerful. Aum Eng Harim Kalim Chamundai Viche Namo Shivaya. 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 This is the finest. When you talk about Capricorn. Capricorn, this coming week will offer you financial gain, prosperity, comforts, luxuries, lifestyle. Professionally, you will be extremely busy. Life will be full of comforts, luxuries. Expenditure can be sky high. A lot of occasions happening in the family and outside the family, even in the profession. This particular week, due to over expenditure, you might end up in a huge row with your superior, with your colleagues, with your boss. You have to be very careful about how you're spending money and how accountable you are for your spending. Family will offer you tensions. Family will offer you few different opinions. Family will offer you elbow. Can happen. But overexcitation, temperamental attitude will not be any help. I know you'll go through a lot of scenario situation. People will try to trap you into a situation and try to blame you, sabotage your reputation. I understand that. But you have to be very careful. If you are a career-oriented person, take care of your reputation. You have to be careful. How you're conceiving, how you're dealing, how you're mingling with, what your commitments are, what your role play is, and where your vision is, where your focus and concentration is. You cannot take everything lightly. That won't take you anywhere. No. Let's do some task. Take 8 kilogram haldi powder, donate to the langar in the temple. Next task, which you should be doing it. Take 8 dry coconuts, touch your forehead. In each coconut, rotate it anti-clockwise and throw it in the deepest lake. Take 1100 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your temper, watch your actions, watch your conduct. This is not the time, Capricorn, you can be over smart. More you become over smart, more you're going to trap yourself into something not very nice here. Yes. And chanting of the week for Capricorn. Vakartundai hum, Vakartundai hum, Vakartundai hum, Vakartundai hum, Vakartundai hum, Vakartundai hum. More you do it, more you achieve it. When we talk about Aquarius. Aquarius this coming week. Sun, Mercury in the 3rd house. Jupiter position, Jupiter and Rahu in the 7th house. Your hard work, your determination, your concentration, your devotion, your discipline will help you to achieve your objectives. Your ability, your vision is there to offer you dignified opportunity. Yes. At the end of the day, your internal infrastructure, your vision, how you're making your decisions, your choices, that is quite important. You'll have the comfort, you'll have the backing. May I say that after 5th of May, refrain from out of control aggression. After 5th of May, you have to be very, very cool, composed and calm and in control. After 5th of May, I don't want you to present any kind of a loose type of attitude. We have to be careful. The task of the week for Aquarius. First thing first, take 7 square pieces of silver. Put it in a steel jug, fill it with river water. Keep it in a northwest direction of your house. Take 7 kilogram barley, 7 dry coconuts. Throw it in the deepest lake. Another task, donate religious priest, blanket, bananas, money. Next task, whole meal atta, whole moong dal, 10 kilogram each, 20 kilogram each, donate to the temple in the langar. Next task, take 7 blue flowers, write your own name in each flower and bury in the ground on Friday evening. These are your tasks. Donate money to local blind school. Precaution, no foul temper, no overreactions, no out of control behavior, no foul language, please, no, no, no. The chanting, you should be doing it. Gam bhur bhave swahe, gam tat savitur varneniyam, gam Bhargo devasya dhimahi gam dhiyo yo na prachodayat gam. But if it was me, Om gam ganapatay name bhaur bhave swahe. Om gam ganapatay name tat savitur varneniyam. Om gam ganapatay name bhargo devasya dhimahi. Om gam ganapatay name dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om gam ganapatay name. That's my combination. No shortcuts. No. Sky is the limit. Going to talk about Pisces. Second house is occupied by Sun, Mercury, Venus. Lot of domestic situations, lot of professional complications, expenditure sky high, lot of stress, insecurity, lot of issues, scenarios, obstacles, delays, waste of time, fruitless running around. You can be all over the place. Sometimes mentally or physically you can be under a lot of stress. Health-wise, look after if you're an asthmatic, if you have a heart problem, you have to be very, very careful about your health. If you have a problem with your bladders or kidney, you got to be very careful about your health. I say that this particular week is an important week. You have to be very careful about your choices, decision you're making, why you're making, how you're making, where you're going to go with these kind of decisions. You have to be extremely cautious and very careful. Take 12 kilogram rice, 6 kilogram chana dal, mix together, float in the fastest flowing river. You have to do this task. Take 6 solid silver balls in your pocket. Take 12 blue flowers, bury in the ground on Friday evening. Take 900 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Let's do it. And try to wear a golden yellow sapphire or gold square piece in its gold chain around your neck. Mix saffron, milk, make a paste, do wear a saffron tilak. Let's build a strategy. Let's move forward. Let's go for it. Let's do it. The precaution. No foul temper, no out of control actions, no out of control decision choices. The chanting of the week for Pisces. Hum Hanumate Rudratmakaya Hum Fat 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 Hum Hanumate Rudratmakaya Hum Fat. You can move the mountain. You can move the mountain. If you know Hanumanji, if you know Veer Bajrangbali, you can move the mountain. Choice is yours. Yes. Thanks for watching my weekly horoscope. If you have enjoyed this video, then please do give it a like. To get the latest and advanced horoscope based on your moon sign weekly, monthly, yearly, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be back. Look after yourself. Take care.